Welcome to Inside Shakeology, your destination for all things Shakeology news, updates, and information. I'm Sandy Buadana from Team Beachbody.
Hey, and I'm Darin Olien, the formulator and co-creator of Shakeology, and we are going to attack some questions today.
And the holiday season is now upon us. So we have brought into the studio with us today Autumn Calabrese.
Hello.
Thank you, Autumn.
Yes, thanks for having me back.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun today, and we're going to be talking about how to kick off the holiday season right. So, how do you enjoy the food, fun, celebrating of the holiday season without packing on the pounds?
That's a good question, isn't it?
It's a great question.
Well, I'm going to ask Autumn first.
I have several ways of doing it, obviously depending on which holiday we're at. But the biggest thing for me is I stay really focused on my nutrition. So I enjoy that day, but I don't enjoy that week, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So like if it's Thanksgiving, I enjoy Thanksgiving Day, but I don't enjoy Thanksgiving Monday through Friday that week. Or if it's Christmas Day, I enjoy the food that day, but I don't enjoy it for the week to come after it. So that's one big thing.
So you don't milk it?
No, you don't milk it, and I make sure that my workouts are still getting done. I know there's food and family and friends and all of that, but prioritize.
But do you typically eat a little bit more around the holidays? I mean, you're invited a lot more places.
It's not that I eat more. There might be more foods that I wouldn't typically eat, but I'm very aware. So like if I'm going to a holiday party, I know that I'm going to have a cocktail that night probably, okay? I know that there's not going to be the healthiest of choices of food at a lot of places I go. People just don't necessarily eat as clean as I do. So what do I do with that? I make sure that I'm super clean during the day. I make sure I've gotten my workout in. I watch my portions. I use my color-coded containers. I make sure I save a yellow container for that cocktail that I'm going to have. So I don't restrict myself, but I'm very aware of what I'm going to have, and I don't overindulge either. I don't need to have 5 cocktails. I don't need to have 4 different desserts. I don't have to sample the entire dessert buffet.
You're very clear. I mean, you're very clear. Like everyone, we all know it's the holiday, right? So it's important not to indulge.
Yeah, it's not about being gluttonous. I think that's the biggest thing. Enjoying the food and the fun of the holidays doesn't mean being gluttonous. There's nothing fun about that. There's nothing fun about waking up the next day and being swollen from salt and raging headache from drinking too much and nausea. Sure. There's nothing fun about that. I don't want any part of that. So I want to enjoy the little bit of it and wake up and feel really good the next day.
And I think that's key too, because it's like waking up feeling bad. So then all of a sudden it wrecks the next day or the next, and it's like, it's just not worth it at a certain point.
It just adds up.
So really preparing is key.
And so how does Shakeology fit into that picture?
Well, I mean, gosh, the easy thing is, like Autumn was saying, with a party. If you're going to a party, if I'm going to a party and if I couldn't eat my own meal, if it was early or something, I'll take Shakeology and fill my stomach before I'm kind of, at the urges of hunger. And I think, like Autumn said, I just, we just get the workouts in and prepare ahead of time so it doesn't become a big deal.
And you do take your Shakeology with you, like if you're gonna go somewhere, or you make sure you've gotten that in, like Darin said, either to fill your stomach before you go or to bring it with you. Curb your cravings when you're there, when everybody else is downing, chocolate this and chocolate that. So make yourself your Shakeology. Don't be embarrassed.
Aren't you Italian?
I am.
Okay, so culturally, I mean, usually at these events, they're pushing pie, they're pushing
Let me
food
say this, yes. I come from the biggest Italian family. Like 30 of us is a small family affair. And I am probably the most in shape in the family. And I can't tell you how many times I sat there with people sort of knocking me for like, you eat like a bird, or why aren't you having this, or like you're too skinny.
Live a little.
Like my grandma and my dad were notorious
like
for
you're
it.
Insulting them.
But yes, literally. And it's just one of those things, because I get this a lot. People say it a lot. They're like, oh my God, my family and the pressure and the da-da-da. And that is where you just have to be so firm in who you are and what your belief is and what is good for your body. And you kind of just have to tune the noise out and be like, I'm here to see you. I'm not here to eat 5 pounds of lasagna. Let's not have this argument. Let's just enjoy each other's company, and you do you, and I'm going to do me, and I'm going to feel really good, and you're going to feel like crap.
Exactly. And I think the more you own that, all those other kind of squawkers, those people that want you to kind of live the way they live, they just kind of go away
Right.
at a certain point, because that is living, I think, when you're convicted to yourself and what you want, and staying true to yourself,
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
said. I mean, that's living, I think, and it's easy to blow that off.
That's great. Thanks for joining us on Inside Shakeology.
And if you want more information on this topic, you can check out Inside Shakeology audio podcast on iTunes.
And for all things Shakeology, make sure you subscribe to the Shakeology YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or topics that you want us to cover next time, make sure you send an email to shakeologypanel@beachbody.com.